Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Channel 727. Thank you so much for tuning in. This channel right here is your number one news source for transvestigations and much more. What is up, everybody? How is everyone doing? Happy Friday. Today is Friday the 13th. Nothing so much of that day being terrifying in any way as the heathens like to say. Remember, we are not part of this world, for we are trying to get away from this world, detach from all materialistic things. Jesus is always with us. He is our ultimate protection. So stay humble, my friends, and love one another. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. And on this episode, we are going to investigate Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is an American actress, model, author, and podcast host. So, let's go ahead and start off with the good old skull check test. The one that the elites are terrified of because of how accurate these particular skull template layouts are. When we put the female skull template layout on Brooke Shields' face, it does not fit. No, 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 no. Then we put the male skull template layout on Brooke Shields' face, and wada beam, wada boom, 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 boom. Look how perfectly that fits. Just for poops and giggles, let's do a side-by-side comparison. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that Brooke Shields' eyes are far apart from one another. Look at that dental arch. Look at the size of that mouth. Look at that jawline. Large triangle all the way, my friends. Brooke Shields wearing the multicolored colors, the color of the rainbow. Is this some color symbolism going on? I don't know. Check out that neck. That neck looks awfully long to me. With my experience and knowledge, this is not a biological female looking back at me or back at you. Take a look, my friends. Study the photos carefully. Here we have what it looks like a Brooke Shields advertisement for a magazine, possibly. And I want to let you guys know that that black thing underneath their nose, I did not put that there. This is how I downloaded the picture. It kind of looks like they have a mustache, right? Did somebody know something? Huh? I don't know. That black thing was just like that. I downloaded it off of Google Images, but what I can say here is this is possibly some color symbolism with the purple frame. Pink and blue makes purple. These are all the colors of transhumanism, transgenders, aka boom. Brooke Shields, what appears to be on the cover of a Playboy magazine and a Vogue magazine. So, yeah, this was America's Beauty back in the day, and all along it's a biological man. This is not a female, my friends. This is the twisted world that we live in. They want guys to like guys, females to like females without the knowledge, without knowing that they are doing that. You feel me? And that is what sodomy is all about. Not to mention that they are promoting the holiday of Krampus. Has nothing to do with Jesus being born. It's all paganism. Ritualistic BS. And take a look at that other magazine. Again, the color symbolism. Pink and blue with a little bit of purple on top. Those are the inversion colors. Boom. Brooke Shields, walking just like a soldier. Where is the sway walk? It's not there. Where is the 1 foot slightly in front of the other one? Not there. These are straight male legs, knees together. You see? This is railroad track walking at its finest. Brooke Shields with a big space in between the legs. This is usually how males stand. And take a look at that pamper that's around their face. Like that's going to do anything. And they know it does nothing. They are just promoting the mask wear. Brooke Shields walking exactly how a biological male should walk. Take a look. There is no crisscrossing of the legs. There's no one foot slightly in front of the other one. This is railroad track walking, my friends. This is a dude. I'm telling you. Males take much wider footsteps versus females. Females' steps are very close together, while males take the longer strides. Also, take a look at the so-called peace symbol that Brooke Shields is throwing up. That does not represent peace, my friends. That is representing their entity, which is Baphomet. Alright, so the example to the left is a perfect example how a female walks. They walk as if they are on a tightrope, where one foot slightly goes in front of the other one. Males walk as if they are on a railroad track walk. Very straight legs, the knees stay side by side together, and there is no crisscrossing whatsoever. Brooke Shields, once again, railroad track walking. This is a male, and look at this fakeness upon fakeness upon fakeness. First of all, they are a biological male. That's not a female. They are acting as if they are crippled, which I highly doubt. I so highly doubt. There's nothing wrong with them. And look at the mask that they are wearing. That does absolutely nothing. And they know this. They know this. Trust me. They get first dibs on the plans of the world. And all of this is theatrical nonsense. It's all staged. And you know what? Who knows if this person is even human? This is probably a fallen angel that shapeshifts into whatever thing that they desire. You feel me? Brooke Shields in the white. Once again, no sign of any crisscrossing. We have a male example to the right, female example to the left from the back. Which one do you guys think matches best to Brooke Shields? Huh? Brooke Shields, once again, in the white, walking down the stairs. We have a female walking down the stairs example to the left, male example to the right. When males walk down the stairs, or when they just walk in general, their knees stay together. Remember, I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the video. So, when females walk down the stairs, mainly walk down the stairs, their knees shoot outwards, just as you see right there. Do you guys see it? It's not hard. And, for males knees punch straight across, straight forward is what I'm trying to say. So, there's a huge difference. The stair check analysis is perfect. It's great. It shows it very clear and well, especially for beginners that are, new to this whole gait analysis thing.
Eyes off her beauty. She became the standard of femininity and the most recognizable girl of the 80s. Brooke Shields began her acting career in advertising at 11 months. Her mother decided at all costs to make her daughter a star, and so the girl played in films from the age of 5. At 14, she became the youngest model on the cover of Vogue, and at 15, she was already earning $10,000 a day. However, Brooke did not see her childhood. Her mother forbade her to play with other children so as not to get hurt. She did not eat sweets so as not to ruin her figure, and communication with the opposite sex outside the film studio was prohibited. Worldwide fame came to 15-year-old Brooke in 1980 after the release of the film The Blue Lagoon. And then there were her studies at the university, which brought her long-awaited freedom and a bunch of romances with George Michael, Dodi Al-Fayed, and Michael Jackson. Brooke Shields' main dream has always been a husband and children, whom she had only after 38. The actress left her career, plunged headlong into family problems, does not chase youth,
Lies, lies, lies. Do not believe any of it, my friends. Do not believe anything the mainstream media tells you. It's a bunch of nonsense. All they do is implant stories into our heads and they expect us to believe them. Don't believe any of it. So, once again, we have Brooke Shields in the white, I believe. Yeah, that's Brooke Shields. And look at the railroad track walking. Let's go ahead and bring that video back in case you missed it. But like I said earlier, this is a biological male. There's no crisscrossing. No, there is not. Take a look, study very carefully. I've slowed it down so you guys can see it with your own eyes. And in case you missed it, I'll pull up another video and let's go ahead and analyze my detectives. Yes. Brooke Shields in the pink. Look at those freaking daddy long legs. Holy crap. That is a biological male. There is no baby coming out of their pelvis. No, it's a male, my friends. Brooke Shields, take off the jacket. But what they don't realize is that there is a fake ding dong and fake titties. Brooke Shields, what appears to be on the cover of another magazine. Look at this. They are dressed as a dude. The symbolism is right there. Look at their freaking head. It looks like a G.I. Joe action figure. Holy crap. So, this is about what Brooke Shields looks like now, today, and again, look at that jawline, that chin. Everything is squared, boxed. Oh my gosh, this looks like a drill sergeant. Wow. How do people not question this? Brooke Shields in the younger days. And you know what's effed up is I found this image on Google Images. All I typed was Brooke Shields topless. And yeah, there are some nudes of Brooke Shields. And I want to let you guys know that they possibly went through the whole, getting a prosthetic penis installed on them, unless the images have been finessed or messed with, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, anyways, this same exact image of Brooke Shields can be found on Google, and don't think of it as child pornography. This is just a little boy, because Brooke Shields does not have real titties. No. Take a look at the straight male clavicle bone. It gives it all away, my friends. This is a boy, a little boy, Brooke Shields in the younger days. It was never a female. No, it was not. So this right here recently popped up on my newsfeed. Of course, while I'm doing searches of Brooke Shields, their daughter pops up with their whole pregnancy thing. And I just want to let you guys know that their daughter is not pregnant. These are all fake. These are baby bump bodysuits. That's what the elite do, celebrities, whatever you want to call it. None of them are pregnant. They can't. It's impossible. These are all biological males, so they cannot get pregnant. But anyways, I thought I'd share this with you. I think it's hilarious how Brooke Shields' daughter pops up in my news feed just because I was doing Brooke Shields searches. It's like they just want to read your mind, and they kind of do. They do read your searches. I don't know about your mind. I feel like God can only read your mind. But what they do is study you long enough to where they can predict what your next move is. So, yeah. Anyways, Brooke Shields is a biological male. Same with their daughter. This fake pregnancy baby bump bullshit. I'm sick of it. It's time that it's all exposed. And that is all I have for now, my friends. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And please subscribe to my channel. Have no fear of anyone. Jesus is always with us. Jesus is King. Love you guys again. Take care. God bless.